I'm Anne Trappe, and today I'm going to talk to you about early indicators saving time and money in drug development. So this is just an overview of what I'm going to talk to you about today. So I'll start off with a brief aim, a bit about monoclonal antibodies and critical quality attributes, the problem which my PhD addresses and the solution that we've come up with. I'll then end with a bit about cell culture and a brief summary. So the aim is to produce 32 monoclonal antibodies that we have been given by a biopharmaceutical company. We'll fully characterise these and then we'll establish the critical quality attributes of each one. Using this information then, we'll identify the problems that occur during the manufacturing process. So monoclonal antibodies are therapies which have been described as the link between the innate and adaptive immune system. So your innate immune system is your first line response. So when you get infected by like the common cold, it's a complete blanket wipeout, it kills everything. Whereas the adaptive immune system is like chickenpox immunity, it has a memory. And so that is why monoclonal antibodies are the link between these two. It has the power to yield the innate immune response, but it's also specific like the adaptive immune response. This is thanks to the antigen binding site shown here in orange. That gives it its specificity and also binds to numerous different targets. If you have a target, you can raise an antibody against it. That is why it's also used to treat many different diseases, from cancer to rheumatoid arthritis. It really is so many applications for these therapies. So what we look for in them are critical quality attributes, and these are known subunits of the mAb. Sometimes they can have good or bad effects, and what we're going to do is observe these effects to see how they affect the antibody's function, but also the causes of them through numerous stress tests. So what the problem is, though, is project attrition, and this is when drug discovery projects end prematurely, and it costs literally billions of dollars to the biopharmaceutical industry every year. So it's when the drug works in theory, but in the physical reality, it starts to fall apart or it sticks together. So how we're going to look for it is using liquid chromatography mass spectrometry. And liquid chromatography is used to separate and purify a sample before it goes into the mass spec, where it's separated again based on its mass to charge ratio. And what that essentially is just, it gives us structural information, but it also gives us information about changes that occur. We're also going to use a new technology known as hydrogen deuterium exchange mass spec. And this provides us with even more detailed information that would previously been very difficult to attain, and also would have used numerous different methods to get it. And what's also good is it's widely available in industry, so once our platform is realised, it can be very easily transferred. So this is our HDX, which we've been given by Waters. We have a preparation robot. The reason why we use a robot is because its solvent exchanges the hydrogen for deuterium, and it has to be done very quickly and very precisely. We also use UPLC, which is ultra performance liquid chromatography, and this works at very high pressures and low temperatures, which is exactly what we need for HDX. So this is just a bit about the cell culture work that we do to make our antibodies. We begin with an antibody producing cell, from which we get the DNA that encodes our antibody. We then put this into a bacteria known as E. coli, and this kind of puts it together, packages it up real nice, and we put it into a cell factory that produces massive amounts of our fully human mAb. So just to give you an idea, at the moment we're at the production process, because I'm only 7 months in. So once I've produced and purified it, I'll go on to fully characterise them, and then I'll perform numerous stress tests such as pH and light shock, light cycling and freeze-thaw cycling, and this gives us exactly what happens during the manufacturing process. And then we'll go to data combination, and hopefully we'll have a developability platform that we can give to industry in the aim of reducing R&D costs. Like Tran said earlier, it costs so much money in R&D, and this is largely what contributes to drug therapy, how expensive they can be. A breast cancer therapy for a monoclonal antibody costs £50,000 per patient per year, and this is largely due to the R&D costs. Just in summary, monoclonal antibodies are specific, powerful, and have many applications. The shelving of mAb projects or project attrition costs billions of dollars every year. And we'll use HDX LC-MS to establish the critical quality attributes of each of our mAbs, and then use this information to develop a platform, which we hope will lead to reduction in R&D costs in industry. Well, thanks very much. And if you have any questions afterwards, I can answer them.